Hey Book Dragons, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my April wrap up and my May TBR. Let's go. So, yeah, I bit off a bit more than I could chew in April. I had big plans, big lofty goals, and it kind of fell flat. I did okay. I read 3 books in April. That's okay, right? Yeah, that's okay. But it wasn't great. It wasn't exactly what I planned. But we're going to talk about it. We'll talk about what I did and didn't read in April, and then we're going to move on to May because I'm hoping that May is going to be a much better month. So thank you all for sticking around here. Let's just get right to the meat and potatoes and the corn and the green beans and the yeah, I'm hungry. Yeah. So here we go. So I had planned to read The Dark Tower, Into the Labyrinth, which is book 6 in the Deathgate Cycle series. I had planned to start Memories of Ice, and I also planned to read Shadow and Claw by Gene Wolfe. And then I hoped to have an elective slot open after all that was done. So yeah, 4 books and possibly 5. I got 3 books read, one of which was an elective because I didn't get to 2 of the books that I planned. I did finish The Dark Tower, final book in the Dark Tower series, and oh, was it great. I thoroughly enjoyed my journey to the Dark Tower, and the ending is really controversial, but I actually liked the ending pretty well. I'm probably in the minority. I know a lot of people don't like the ending, but I like the ending. So, and I would probably reread it. I mean, not anytime soon, but I do hope maybe someday to reread the Dark Tower series. That would be a lot of fun. So, I'll do an in-depth why you should read video for the Dark Tower series. And let's move on from there. I did read that. I read Shadow and Claw by Gene Wolfe. Quite enjoyed it. It wasn't the absolutely most outstanding book I've ever read, but it was good. It was entertaining. The prose was great. I liked quite a few things about it, and some things I didn't. So yeah, it's one of the books that I got read in April. And then I also read, as an elective, I read an audiobook called Altered Traits. Now, this is a nonfiction book, and it talks about the science behind mindfulness and meditation practices. And, what we hear a lot of things about what meditation and mindfulness can do for you, health-wise and psychologically wise, things like that. And this book goes into what's actually able to be backed up by science and what isn't able to be backed up. So pretty interesting book. I'm glad I read it. I heard about it on Brandon's bookshelf. He did a buddy read with Joanna from Joanna. And they had a really good discussion on the book that I really enjoyed. So I wanted to read the book for myself, and I'm glad I did. So those were the 3 books that I read in April. As I said, I had planned to start Memories of Ice, book 3 in the Malazan Book of the Fallen series. I didn't do that. So more to come on that. And I also did not get to book 6 in the Deathgate Cycle, Into the Labyrinth. So, but I am proud of myself because I did read 3 books. I did something. I got something accomplished, right? That's huge. especially when I'm a mood reader. The moods just hit me this month, and there were just days I'm like, I just want to sit around and binge YouTube or, do other stuff. So I did other stuff, and that's okay. No matter what part of me thinks it's not okay, it really is okay, because this is a hobby for me. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So let's get on to May. My goals for reading in May. I am going to start Memories of Ice in May. I'm only going to do part one. As I said before, I'm going to be planning to break down each Malazan book over the course of 2 months. That way I'm not shooting myself in the foot trying to cram it all into a month. They're big books, guys, so that's the way I'm doing it. So I said I was going to start it last month. I didn't, so I am starting it this month. That is the plan. I am going to start Into the Labyrinth. I technically started it. I got 4 pages in, but I don't really count that. So I'm officially starting it in May, and gonna finish that out and hopefully read the last book in June. So I'm going to continue reading the Dresden series with book 6, which is Blood Rights. I'm so excited to continue with Dresden. I've really been enjoying myself. It's a great world, great characters. Harry just keeps getting better and better. He keeps growing and maturing, and I'm just excited to see where the series goes. And Dresden is one of those that's a palate cleanser, right? It's easy to pick up a Dresden book and blow through it in 2 or 3 days if I'm really working at it. So I'm excited to get to that one. And I'm also going to begin reading the Expanse series with Leviathan Wakes. I'm a huge fan of the Expanse TV show, and I'm really, really excited to start the books. Finally start the books. It's been way overdue. I probably should have started it before I started the show, but I couldn't help myself. The show was just so good. And yeah, so we'll start The Expanse in May. I'm also going to read The Secret Adversary by Agatha Christie. This is book 1 in the 5-book Tommy and Tuppence Mysteries series. And I am just really excited to reread this. Actually, it's a reread for me. I'm going to be buddy reading this with my friend Mona Lisa. She and I recently buddy read Death on the Nile, also by Agatha Christie, and we did a live stream about it. I'll link it in the cards at the end of the video if you want to watch that live stream and hear us talk about Death on the Nile. So we decided to continue on and read some more Agatha Christie together. So I'm super excited. It's been years, guys, since I've read The Secret Adversary and the other Tommy and Tuppence books. I don't remember if I read all the Tommy and Tuppence books. I think I did, but I know I read almost all of them. And I'm so excited to finally get back into reading Tommy and Tuppence because they are such great partners in crime. In fact, that's what they're known as. They're the partners in crime. So excited to read that with Mona Lisa. And then the final book that I have plans to read in May is Enemy of God by Bernard Cornwell. This is the 2nd book in the Warlord Chronicles, so it's an Arthur retelling. And I read The Winter King in December. It was okay. It wasn't great for me, but I said at some point I'll continue on with it, and Alan from the Library of Alexandria said, "No, Charles, they're great. You have to try them on audio." So I'm trying them on audio. In fact, I have already started listening to Enemy of God as of this recording, and so far I am liking it better on the audio. So, but I haven't finished it, so that's why I'm saying I'm planning to read it for May, because I've just barely started it. So there you go. What do you think? Am I crazy? If I had such a bad month in April for reading, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't ideal, we'll put it that way. If I didn't have an ideal month in April, am I crazy for taking on 6 books in May? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm just a little bit loony here, but it's okay. Let me know in the comments what you think. And let me know what you're reading for the month of May. I would love to hear about what your goals are. Tell me some of what you read in April. I'd love to celebrate your successes with you. And speaking of successes, I hit 500 subscribers in April. And as you know, I have my celebration live stream coming up on May 8th. Hey, but Dragons Editing Chaz here. I realized I made a boo-boo. I had originally planned this for May 8th, not realizing that May 8th was Mother's Day. I don't know why I did that. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, my kids do have a mother, so you would think I would have realized. So the live stream is actually going to be on May 7th. That's right, May 7th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, I did it that way because I don't want to mess up, anything that any of you are doing with your mothers, or if you're being celebrated as a mother, anything like that. I don't want to take away from that on Sunday, May 8th. So the live stream is on May 7th, 3 p.m. Eastern. And now that I've fixed that boo-boo, let's get back to the video. Make sure that you set your calendars. You don't want to miss that live stream. Come and hang out with me to celebrate. I would love to have you there. And so that's really, really exciting. Also, you may be wondering, what's happening with Chaz and Friends in May? I'm super excited that I get to hang out with Nikki Hawks from Nikki Hawks the Obsessive Bookseller. The goal is to have her on my channel for Chaz and Friends on May 15th. And then I am having Ben from Literature and Lo-Fi on the channel on May 29th. So more information to come, times and all that will be announced. But make sure that you jot those down on your calendar if you want to check those out. Some just great booktubers. I'm so excited to chat with them. So I've got a lot of plans for May, right? And I think it's exciting. What do you think? Talk to me in the comments, and make sure that you are reading more books, guys. We'll talk soon.